Hello everyone, welcome to the channel English Only Zone. I am Akanksha Sharma and I am back here for you to explain a chapter from poetry section of Treasure Trove book. It is chapter number 10, 9 Gold Medals. And this poem is written by David Roth. Now who is David Roth? David Roth is a famous American rock vocalist, songwriter, actor and author. So now let's study something about the poem. This poem written by David Roth is one of the most inspirational poems. It is one of the very popular inspirational poems written by him. The next point here is it highlights the need of empathy and human values in the life of a human. The third point is not only happiness of others should be shared but also their pain. So this message is given by the poem that not only the happiness of other people should be shared, but we should also share their pain. Now the next point is we should keep ourselves in the position of others to deal with them in the hour of need. Now this poem gives an imaginary situation of a race where the special contestants were ready for a race. Suddenly, one of the contestants fell down and then let's see what happens. Let's study the key points of the poem. The first key point is Special Olympics were going on. Now the word Special Olympics is written here. What is the meaning of Special Olympics? Special Olympics are the Olympics which are for differently abled people, or we can say the special people. Who are these special people? These are the people who are handicapped, but we do not call them handicapped. It's a type of insult for these people, so we call them special people. So for these special people, Special Olympics were going on. The contestants had worked hard to win the competition. Like the contestants of any other competition, these contestants also had worked really hard to win this competition. Now the last event of the day was about to begin. All the other events of the day they had finished and only the last event was left and it was about to begin. Now what was that last event? It was a 100-meter race. The athletes took position and started on the gunshot. Now this race started with the gunshot. The signal was given with the gunshot and the athletes, they started. So the words written here with red color, they are important words and you have to remember these words. Now the next key point is the youngest athlete fell down and started crying in anguish. Now what happens after the race got started? The youngest athlete, he fell down and he started crying in anguish. Unexpectedly, the other contestants went back to him to help him to stand. Now what the other contestants did? If this person had fallen, they had come to this person, this contestant, and they had helped him to stand on his feet. They all continued the race holding hands. Now what they did? They all continued the race by holding each other's hands. And so they all were awarded gold medals. Why? Because they all reached the finishing line all together. And so all of the contestants, all the 9 contestants were awarded gold medals. And so the title of the chapter 9 Gold Medals is relevant. It is appropriate. Now let's study the poem stanza wise. The first stanza is the athletes had come from so many countries to run for the gold, for the silver and bronze. Many weeks and months in training, all building up to the games. Now here the word building up means preparing up for the games. So let's understand this stanza. The athletes had come from so many countries. The athletes had come from many countries to run for the gold, for the silver and bronze. And why they had come? Because all of them wanted to win a medal, be it a gold, silver or bronze. Many weeks and months in training. They had spent a lot of time in training themselves. all building up to the games. It means all preparing for the games, and this event for the differently abled people. This event was for differently abled people. Now let's come to stanza 2. All round the field spectators were gathered, cheering on all the young women and men. Then the final event of the day was approaching, the last race about to begin. Now here, in the first line, the meaning of spectators is persons who are watching a sports event. The people who are watching a sports event. So let's understand this stanza line-wise. All round the field spectators were gathered. It means the people who were interested to watch the sports event were sitting to watch it, cheering on all the young women and men, and they were cheering their contestants. Then the final event of the day was approaching. The final event of the day, it was about to begin. The last race about to begin. And what was the final event? It was the last race. It was about to begin. Let's come to stanza 3. The loudspeakers called out the names of the runners. The 100 meters, the race to be run. And 9 young athletes stood there, determined and poised for the sound of the gun. So, let's study the key points of stanza 3, or let's understand this stanza line-wise. The loudspeakers called out the names of the runners. The names of the contestants were announced with the help of loudspeakers. The 100 meters, the race to be run. The race was to be run for 100 meters. The race was of 100 meters. And 9 young athletes stood there determined. How many athletes were there? It's an important point. Please keep it in mind. There were 9 athletes in all. And poised for the sound of the gun. And they had poised, they had focused, they had balanced for the sound of the gun. They were waiting for the sound of the gun so that they can start their run. Let's come to stanza 4. The signal was given, the pistol exploded, and so did the runners on hearing the sound. But the youngest among them stumbled and staggered, and he fell on his knees to the ground. Now here the meaning of stumble is to trip. Stumble means to trip, and stagger means to lose balance and fall. Stumbled and staggered means to trip, to lose balance and fall. Now let's understand this stanza line-wise. The signal was given, the pistol exploded. The signal was given by the gunshot. And so did the runners on hearing the sound. The runners also shot for running on the sound. They also started running as soon as they heard the sound of the explosion. But the youngest among them stumbled and staggered. The youngest of them, the youngest athlete, he tripped and he lost balance and he fell on his knees to the ground. He fell on his knees to the ground. Let's come to stanza 5. He gave out a cry of frustration and anguish. His dreams and his efforts dashed in the dirt. But as sure as I'm standing here telling the story, now it's a strange one, but here's what occurred. So now here, in the first line, the meaning of frustration is hopelessness. Frustration means hopelessness and anguish means pain, mental pain. So, let's understand this stanza line-wise. He gave out a cry of frustration and anguish. The fallen athlete, he started crying out of frustration. He was having pain. He was mentally disturbed because he fell down. His dreams and all his efforts dashed in the dirt. His dreams and efforts, its hard work, all turned into vain. But as sure as I'm standing here telling the story, but as it is sure that I'm standing here and telling the story, it is true that as I'm standing here, I'm telling you the story, unexpectedly something happened. Now it's a strange one, but here's what occurred. Unexpectedly something happened at that point of time. Now you can look here. but is used. The word but is used. But is used to show the twist. There is a twist in this story. Let's come to stanza 6. The 8 other athletes stopped in their tracks, the ones who had trained for so long to compete. One by one they turned round and came back to help him and lifted the lad to his feet. Now here in the last line, the word lad means boy, the fallen athlete here. Let's understand this stanza line-wise. The 8 other athletes stopped in their tracks. Now there were, how many athletes were there in all? There were 9 athletes in all, and one of them fell. So how many were running at this point of time? 8 athletes were running. But as soon as they saw that one among them had fallen, they stopped in their tracks. The other 8 athletes, they stopped. The ones who had trained for so long to compete. All the other 8 athletes who stopped in their tracks were the ones who had trained themselves so long to compete in this competition, to win this competition. One by one, they turned round and came back to help him. Now what they did, this was really unexpected. So one by one they turned round and came back to help this fallen contestant and lifted the lad to his feet. And they lifted this fallen contestant to his feet. It was not expected from them because they had also worked hard to achieve their dreams. And what was their dream? To win a medal, be it a gold, silver or bronze. So now they had forgotten about their dream when they saw this fallen contestant, and they came back to this fallen contestant to help him to stand. So here they have proved that the quality of humanity is much more important than winning any of the competition in the world. Let's come to stanza 7. Then all 9 runners joined hands and continued. The 100 meters reduced to a walk, and the banner above that said Special Olympics could not have been nearer the mark. Now here the line could not have been nearer the mark means it proved true to its words. It proved true to its words. Now all the 9 runners, what they did after lifting the lad to his feet, after making him stand, what they did? They all joined their hands and they continued to walk. Now this 100 meters, it was reduced to a mere walk. And the banner above that said Special Olympics. There was a banner containing the name of Special Olympics. It could not have been nearer the mark. It could never get an example better than this one to prove its reality, to prove its truthfulness. Now stanza 7. Then all the 9 runners joined hands and continued. All the 9 athletes, they joined hands to continue the race. The race turned into a walk, into a simple walk. The banner placed above could not get better example than this one to state its reality, to state its truthfulness. Now let's come to stanza 8. That's how the race ended, with 9 gold medals. They came to the finish line holding hands still, and the banner above and 9 smiling faces said more than these words ever will. Said more than these words ever will. So now let's understand this last stanza of this poem line wise. That's how the race ended with 9 gold medals. The contestants reached the finishing line holding their hands. As in the next line it is given, they came to finish line holding hands still. They reached the finishing line holding their hands, and so the race ended with 9 gold medals. When all the athletes, they crossed the finishing line all together at the same time. So they all were awarded the gold medals. And the banner above them and 9 smiling faces. So there was a banner of Special Olympics above them, and below the banner there were 9 smiling faces, 9 people, 9 contestants smiling. They were standing there and they were smiling, and this scene said more than these words ever will. This scene said more than these words, Special Olympics, or the whole poem written by the poet. This poem can also not tell the scene that was there at that moment. These words proclaimed the scene which was there at that point of time, that proclaimed more than what words could ever tell us. The scene told us what even the words could not tell us. So, I hope you have understood the poem. If you have any doubts in this poem, you can write down in the comment box and I will be answering you. And if you have understood the poem, you can give it a thumbs up. You can click on the like button, because your single like always motivates the teachers. Okay? So take care everyone. Thank you.